Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
What is up, y'all?
So we wanted to take a moment and just kind of get real and talk about, okay, what is this our topic is?
Okay, so can Christians have fun? Are we nuns?
Do we just sit in our house and like read our Bible all day, every day, and don't ever go outside and watch TV?
Do we? Oh snap! What's that thing that goes? See no evil,
Hear
no evil.
Speak no evil.
Exactly. Is that what life is? Well, let's find out. We're so glad you asked.
Right? Like, because you guys asked. But no, it's a real thing to talk about because especially in this day and age, it's like, you know, everybody kind of like loves Jesus. Yeah. But, you know, when we talk about Christianity and when someone's like, yeah, I'm a Christian, and you kind of see that they're a little bit more like, well, I study the Bible with people and I baptize people. It's like, huh, what's that? What do you do?
Like, so you mean you actually like do stuff?
Right.
Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't only just go to church on Sundays, but like, you read the Bible, you pray, you study the Bible with other people.
Yeah.
Like, the people that you go to church with are your actual friends.
Yeah.
There's no like church friends and friends. Like, those are your friends.
You do things together.
Right. And it's just like, what's up with that?
Right.
And so like we're like joking about it, right? But these are some of the things that we encounter like pretty frequently. And so we just wanted to open it up for a discussion and stuff. Because for us, like, Christianity means it's not only a title, but it's a way of life.
Yeah.
Right? And so we actually term it more discipleship, because like in the Bible, disciple is like mentioned in the Bible like over 270 times, whereas Christian is only mentioned like 3 times. And so
in the New Testament.
And so it's just so interesting how, but like, you know, 21st century Christian is like really all you hear, and you don't really hear that term disciple or discipleship. But anyways, it's a lifestyle, and so we just want to share our lifestyle with you guys and the things that we do and don't do.
Right. And the typical things people think to themselves. So we just kind of have a couple of different words that we're going to talk about, phrases, questions, and then just talk about like, yeah, can disciples, and you can actually find out that Christians equals disciple in Acts 11. So yeah, just kind of go look that up in verse 19. Read, you know, a little bit down. But yes, you know, Christian disciples equal exactly the same thing. And so, like, can disciples have fun? And so the first topic we're going to talk about is tattoos. Can Christians get tattoos? I'm sorry. Can we get a little zoom in action?
Oh my
What is
God.
that?
I don't
What
know.
is that?
It looks
Can you
like...
tell me what this scribble is on your arm?
It's ink.
It's ink. It's real.
Yeah. So I got this about like 2 years ago, 1 or 2 years ago, and I became a Christian almost 7 years ago. I do think what does need to be taken in consideration is, well, why are you getting one, and what
Is it?
Yeah, what is it, and where is it also?
Yes.
I think are just things that you really want to be aware of, because, well, God does look at the heart, right? And not only the actions. And I know like the Old Testament was full of a lot of like do's and don'ts, like in terms of like actions.
Yeah.
And so, anywho's.
Yes. And so I have a tattoo, but you can't quite see men. Mine was before I became a Christian, but it's still like I designed it myself, so it's great. And then I know people that are part of our fellowship, my friends, who've gone with other disciples, Christians, and got tattoos. So totally fine. Next topic, parties. Can disciples have parties that go to parties? Like, can we go to parties? I don't know about you. I'm 27, but I still like to have a good time.
Right.
I still want to go out and dance. Dance the night away. Yeah, so can you do that? And the answer is, you know, for like, why wouldn't you be able to? Like, why not?
Right.
Why not?
Right.
Now, there's something to take into consideration is, okay, who are you partying with? And where is it? And what's there? So, yes, as being a Christian, you can still go out and go to parties and have fun. But you may have to do a little research before you go and find out, okay, like, what kind of party is this? You know, you don't want to walk into somewhere and you're like, okay, party. And then you find out there's like, you know, just, I don't know, things that aren't supposed to be there, like strippers and money being thrown around and
yeah, and like
gambling and
and people getting drunk or just
going crazy. Like I'm talking about the stuff that's off the walls, like when we were teenagers and we're like, in no real life is this okay. This is just stuff that we see in movies, you know?
I was gonna say fornication. That's happening in the corner. Like low key but high key.
Right.
That's what's happening in the corner.
Right. Low key, high key. You know what we're talking about. But so like you can go to parties. You know, you're not gonna be down at the strip club or out like, you know, downtown at some bar until like 4 o'clock in the morning because you don't know those people there. You don't know what's gonna happen. Anything is possible.
That's true. And like I feel like people say, well, what's wrong with going to a bar, like if I'm not planning on like getting drunk or if I'm not going to be doing the other things that people are doing, right? And that's a really good question. But I think the thing is, well, the Bible does call us to be holy, you know, which means to be set apart, right? And how do you look set apart from anybody if you're at the, like, if you're at the same place where all the same things are happening.
Right.
You know, and so I think it will be an even more powerful statement to get out of that environment, but be able to have the same amount of fun and energy that is created there without the things that the Bible is against.
Right.
Like, that's key.
And the cool thing is, it doesn't mean you can't go to locations and go to functions. No. Like, you can go to events. Like, I would recommend, okay, wherever the spot is that they're doing something, make sure it's like a bar, grill, restaurant. And maybe they're having, like, a Spanish night, you know? Spanish night. And go with some friends that have the same belief as you. So that way, if it gets turned, and it's a little more than you were prepared for, you got people who can pull you out and be like, let's go, let's bounce. Because you may not be able to when your feet are like, but it's a good right. So you need to have people with you who can just be like, hey, you know, I don't think this is right. And yo, other Christians can throw some bomb parties. Y'all just never know. Like, you see this cookie cutter type, nun type, or and then we're like, they're not fun. They don't do it. Right. But now I've been with some amazing disciples, amazing Christians who know how to get down and have a good time. And I was like, I was on a yacht, guys. I was on a yacht, dancing the night away.
Was that for Valentine's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
cool.
Okay, like,
that was a great night.
How many of you have been on a yacht and know that you're going to be safe and not lose it and not get fearful of, oh my gosh, is the Coast Guard going to have to come and save us? Yeah. Okay. So, next thing. This one's kind of like that mysterious, like, oh, do we say this? Do we talk about this? Dating. I said it.
Oh my gosh. should we even talk about this really? Because that is a loaded one.
Well, we won't get into details, but we'll just let
Right.
you know that Christians date. It's true. And you don't have to go on Christian.com.
Christian Mingle.
Yep.
Never been on it a day in my life.
Mm-mm.
Because funny enough, like we said earlier, like many people can like say that they're Christians, but then when you get a closer look at their lifestyle, it doesn't quite add up. And like, this is not us trying to shade anybody, trying to add anybody right now. Like, we're really not. What we're trying to say is, for our own lives and for our convictions, that's just something that we've learned.
Yeah.
You know? And so when, you know, people that I know are just like, oh, well, I know this guy. He's like super awesome and
he loves God.
Yeah, and he's a Christian too. And my thought is usually like, prove it. And that's the same way that I am too about myself. Like, we're just like, okay, if we're gonna say that we're something, well then your life has to show it too.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's kind of one of the reasons that you won't really find us on Christian Mingle or blackchristians.usa. Like, I don't know. I've seen some of these names out here. Don't think I haven't seen it.
There's plenty of them.
We've seen it, but that's not really our thing because, like we said, we just don't know what somebody's lifestyle is like. And so we like to go on dates with people that we know they have the same standard as us. Because while, okay, like in the Bible, you only have two statuses. Either you're single and at home with your parents, or you're married, right? There's not really this middle thing of dating. But in our fellowship, people do date.
Yeah.
Right? And so we do date, but it's interesting because the Bible also talks about like not having even a hint of impurity.
Not a hint.
And so you can imagine how tricky that gets if you're in a relationship with a significant other. And so it's just like, okay, like how do you do that, you know, in the 21st century? It is possible. We know a whole bunch of people who have been single, dated, got married, without impurity, without having sex before marriage, any of those things. They don't live together. Okay, yeah. A whole lot of things, right? And so yeah, we do date. We just know that the way that we date looks a bit different from how other people date, and we're okay with that.
Yeah. You know, encourage each other, learn about somebody else, tell them something you've learned new, you know, just have that time. And so it's pretty cool. There's more about it. If you guys like want to know more about it, like message us. Yes. You know, please like and subscribe, but also message us and let us know. We'll get you into more details. Join some of our singles events that we throw and just ask more questions, because I think this is an area where we shouldn't feel weird to ask about it and be like, oh, and like feel like I don't have an answer. No, find some answers, you know, just go to the right people, and then always go back to the Bible. Always go back to the Bible. The next thing we're going to talk about, because, you know, it's summer out, you know, and people want to go to the beach. And then even though Corona is out, some people are still taking vacations. So swimsuits is our topic.
Right.
But yes, it's like, okay, so now that I'm a Christian and now that I want to follow God and I think that I have to be this nun that I don't have to be, like, well, what does it say about swimsuits? Like, can I wear a swimsuit? Can I own a bathing suit? And yes, you can. You can own a swimsuit. But the thing about having a swimsuit is, like, it's not actually about the suit. It's more about, like, how do you honor your body before God? That's really all that it is. It's like, how do you honor your body? You know, the world tells us that we need to show skin, we need to love ourselves, and the way we need to love ourselves is exposing ourselves, but that's not necessarily true, you know? There are some bomb one-piece swimsuits out there, let me just tell you that, and they don't have to be grandma or mom looking like frumpy and like all this other stuff. Like, no, it can be a
Cute.
cute one-piece swimsuit.
You can be cute and be Christian.
Right, you can. And like, I'm not talking about them crazy one-piece swimsuits that have all these cutouts that are really a two-piece, but they just attach a little bit of string to kind of make you think it's a one-piece. Yeah, you know, all of them ones out there. No, they just trying to play us and be like, this is a one-piece. It's not.
It's a one lie.
It is not, because you can probably be like, oh, it has the same amount of material as that two-piece does.
Right.
So wear your one-piece swimsuit, and then just be open and getting advice. Like, it may take that whoever is around you spiritually guiding you may, you know, tell you some other things and let you know, hey, I think for your body type, because there's plenty of different body types. Like, you can't say one swimsuit fits all. No. You know, some women are taller, some women are fuller, some women are tinier, skinnier. So it's just going to be different for everybody. But you just have to be willing to be humble enough to let somebody tell you, hey, I think this would be better for you. This will fit you better. And you can walk out in a swimsuit and go swimming. Right. It's not always just shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, right.
But shorts and a t-shirt aren't a bad thing either.
No.
They're not a bad thing.
Shorts and a t-shirt never did anything wrong to anybody.
Nope, never hurt anybody.
Mm-mm.
Never hurt anybody.
Mm-mm.
And the last thing, we kind of a little bit hit on it, but we talked a little bit about drinking, because some people are like, hey, you become a Christian, I can't drink. I like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, the Bible doesn't say you can't drink. You just can't get drunk.
Right. Jesus' first miracle was turning water into wine. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For a wedding. At a wedding. Jesus was at a wedding. Turning that water into that wine.
He went out.
Because his mama said, hey, can you... That's who we serve. That's who we serve. And so, yeah, you can definitely have a drink. Just, okay, ooh, here's the thing. Like, yes, you can't get drunk, but also, like, even, like, tipsy. Yes. Even, like, feeling nice, whatever that means.
Towing that line.
Yeah, you still gotta totally be in your right mind, and under control. And I think for each person that varies. Like, somebody may be able to have like 2 glasses of wine, 3 bottles of beer, and they're totally straight. And someone, they can't do half of one.
Like, yeah, or half of one.
And that's totally fine. To each person, do what you can, but don't do what you can't.
Yeah. Okay. And so with that, just get open. Like, you tell somebody who, like, you entrust yourself spiritually, and just be like, hey, I need you to watch me, and I'm watching myself, but I'm not gonna have more than this, you know? Just be above approach. You know? It's not to limit. It's not to say you can't drink. It's not saying you can't have a beer out in the hot summer day when you're grilling or whatever. No, you can. Like,
right.
You can do these things while being a Christian. It's just
learn some of the unspoken truths and some of the bold-faced lies, and get rid of them from our lives.
Yeah.
So,
enjoy, guys. We will see you later. Maybe next week. Toodles.